Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. This is Twinning with Rice and Cookie. I'm Rice.
And I'm Cookie, and today we are playing more Fire Emblem, the Sacred Stones.
That's right. Did you get to play any of this earlier?
Well,
Because
so the
I
thing
know,
is, I had thought about doing it, but then I was like, but we're in the middle of a battle, so I was like, I don't want people to miss out on the end of this battle.
I think they would probably be okay with it.
But anyways, we had decided that we are going to start, I'm going to play more in my downtime, not streaming, so that we get through the game a little bit faster. Yeah. So I think there's 20 chapters in the game, and we're on chapter 10 right now. So
Oh man, we're only halfway.
I know, but once I start playing in my downtime, like we're gonna fly through this.
Yeah, just play while you're at work.
No, never.
I know, I'm kidding. So actually, like, I've been so distracted with my book that working has been like really hard to focus.
Because you're reading Heartless, right?
Yeah. And
Isn't
I'm
it
getting
good?
closer. Yeah, I'm getting closer to the end. But I had to, like today, it worked out really well because to get myself to be motivated, I would work. Because I'm going through crashes, right? So there's like over 200 crashes that I have to do. And one day I only got through 20 of them. And I'm like, wow, that was really bad. So then the next day I did 30. And I'm like, well, that was a little better. But that's because I had to return the book. But then I found out that you can find it online, so I was reading it online, and so, but anyway, so today what I did was I said that I had to get through 10 crashes, and then I could read a chapter of my book.
Okay.
And then 10 crashes, read a chapter, and so I got through 40 crashes today. I felt like a superhero.
Because the chapters are pretty short too, right?
They are.
So I feel like that's good motivation because then, like, you know, you've got your time of focusing, then
Yeah.
you read a little bit.
Yeah, because when I'm working pretty well, like I can probably get through 10 crashes in about an hour.
Okay.
But that's like if I'm super focused, like going, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, some of them are shorter, some of them are longer, but you know. Yeah, so that was what I did today, and it worked out really well. So I think I'm gonna do it again tomorrow.
All right.
I might not do it when I go into the office because I want to look like I'm being focused.
Yeah. Definitely, I agree with that.
Because I have to go in on Friday.
Okay.
And tomorrow.
So do you do Fridays like every week? Or
No,
it changes every week?
I alternate Friday and Thursday.
Okay.
So like this week I do Friday, next week I do Thursday, alternate like that.
Yeah.
And See You Tiger, he goes in on Thursdays. But he actually gets next Thursday off. Like his company is giving them Thursday and Friday off for the 4th of July.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean part of it's because they're or maybe most of it, they're on a 3-day work week.
Okay.
And so they generally have been working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think. No! So the company is on a 4-day work week, so they do Monday through Thursday. But See You Tiger's on a 3-day work week, so he does Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. But for the holiday, he's working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I'm considering taking next Thursday off because for one, then I wouldn't have to go into the office.
Right.
And for two, it's my wedding anniversary.
Of course you should take the day off. That's the thing. I always, I mean, it's just happened over the past couple of years that for our anniversary, like, it's either the weekend or, like, this year I took vacation. I was supposed to recruit her.
Do you want to start over?
We can't, because then we have to start at the very beginning of this battle.
Oh.
That's
well,
okay. It's
we'll
too
just
late.
lose her.
We're not gonna get her. Hopefully we're not missing out.
Darn you, Archer.
I know.
Too
if
strong.
only, like, because the thing is, I don't know. I had totally forgotten that we could recruit her, but like I had a whole scheme worked out from last time that I was gonna, like, she's carrying someone and like they were gonna.
I remember.
Ah, well, you know, things happen. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I just said maybe there's a way we could do it, but it's not even worth it. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm sure she's not that important.
So I'm thinking about taking next Thursday off.
Well, that sounds super exciting.
Originally, we were thinking about, we were considering going down to Pittsburgh for the 4th of July. But because of coronavirus, we're not going to. But also, CU Tiger said today that there's a new rule. So if you leave the state and come back, you have to be in isolation for 14 days.
That's not surprising. I was just reading an article that was saying how, like, you know, the U.S. I mean, like, granted, it's like not the U.S. as a whole that is doing poorly, but like, anyways, the point of the story was that the EU, I guess just all of Europe, whatever, that they're planning to like have a restriction to not allow U.S. people in, which, you know, makes sense. But yeah, crazy times.
So we're gonna stay here for the 4th.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm still gonna work on the 3rd because, you know, I'm not doing anything else. But yeah, so I'm thinking about taking the anniversary off. But the thing is, like, I don't want to ask my boss for the day off unless the weather is going to be good, you know?
I mean, it's like, still nice to have a day off even if the weather's bad.
I know, but the thing is, we would like to go golfing. And so it's like, you know, we're not going to go golfing if the weather's bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the only thing going on for us. I mean, besides eating tons of delicious strawberries.
I know, yeah. So me and Rice picked together 12 quarts combined of strawberries. And so we actually ended up canning, like, for me, we canned, I guess, a third of mine. So like 2 quarts. Yeah. And then I froze 2 quarts. And then I turned 1 quart into like sugars and strawberries, and I froze it. And then the last quart I just ate, and I finished it today.
Okay. Yeah, so what we did was, so I wanted to do 4 quarts, but I didn't have enough jars for it. So I probably canned more like 3 quarts, maybe 3.5. But anyways, so I left the rest of that in the honey water syrup. And so that's what we've been using for the shortcake. And then I froze, so then I had 2 quarts remaining. So I froze 1 quart, and then the other quart I just cleaned and we ate plain.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're having more shortcake today. It was so good, and like the whipped cream was so good. All of it. It was just perfect. So we made that yesterday, and we're gonna have it again today. And actually, I made too much whipped cream yesterday. But I read, I'm like, oh, can you refrigerate it? Because I was like, oh, maybe I'll just refrigerate it and then use it tomorrow. But I kept reading things about freezing it, so I froze the whipped cream. But I'm gonna make a fresh batch of whipped cream for today because I still have heavy whipping cream.
Yeah.
Because I did half a cup of it yesterday, I think. So I might do another half cup today, or maybe do a quarter cup.
Okay. Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, I really like homemade whipped cream. Mine's all gone from the cream puffs. I did eat like most of them.
I had 2 in one night.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't think I ever had more than 3 in one day. But I had a couple days where I would have 3. Just because I had so many.
Yeah.
But they were really good. I will say for me, like, it was a little too many cream puffs, obviously, because I didn't mean to make as many as I did. But they were good.
Yeah. Did you like the chocolate-covered strawberries I made?
Yes, I meant to thank you. They were, like, so good.
That's what I did with part of that quart that I just ate. I used like a bunch of them for chocolate-covered strawberries, and then the rest we just ate plain.
Yeah, I really like the chocolate-covered strawberries. And of course, the like coffee energy ball things were also really good.
Mm-hmm.
Not as good as the strawberries, though. I mean, like, I don't give chocolate-covered strawberries enough credit. Because I think in the past, whenever I've eaten them, it's like the chocolate is too thick or something. And so then, like, you go to bite through it, and then, like, the chocolate just cracks, and then it, like, falls off the strawberry. That's always been my experience.
Well, I also think usually they use strawberries that are too big. I was trying to find the smallest strawberries.
I think that was a really good move. Yeah, they were really good.
I was actually wondering if even a thinner layer of chocolate would be preferable. Like, if I mix a little bit of coconut oil in with the melting chocolate, like, I wonder if that would make it a little thinner and maybe even easier to bite through.
I don't think it would be necessary.
You don't think so?
No, I thought they were really good as they were.
Okay.
But you know, I wanted to tell you that at this point,
Blossom, please stop.
But you know what, I feel
Sorry,
like
Blossom, we are obsessed with strawberries, so gotta keep talking about it.
We're planning to go strawberry picking again this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I need more strawberries. And I know we said before, like, maybe we would pick fewer, but I almost don't think we should. I think we should pick just as many. I don't know.
You think?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because I was thinking... So, I mean, I don't want to do any more canning, because canning's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. But I was thinking that... Because I was trying to think of how many I would want. And I'm like, well, I want to do more chocolate-covered strawberries because I still have more melting chocolate. And then I was thinking, and this strawberry shortcake has been amazing. But I was thinking about doing angel food cake for next time. And then I was like, and I definitely still want to eat some plain. So I was thinking I'd probably pick at least 3 quarts.
Okay.
I could, but then I was also thinking that we could always freeze more because, you know, it's nice having frozen berries.
It is.
But the thing is, Sea Tiger just bought a whole bunch of them, so...
Oh, no.
So yeah, so I don't know, like, we don't have tons of space in the freezer, so... Oh, Frozen Fury's hosting us. Thank you, Frozen Fury.
Not Heaven's Fury? Oh, it is Frozen Fury.
No, Frozen Fury. Yeah, so I want to do at least 3 quarts, I think, for strawberries.
Okay.
It's Heaven's. It's my final form.
All right.
Nice.
I wanted to tell you, though, at this point, I just want to do, like, tons of canning. I don't know. I feel like...
Do you? Do you like it now?
Well, so I went and bought my own jars because I was like, I can't keep using Rice's jars. Like, that's not fair. So I went and bought my own. I got like some antique ones from someone on Facebook Marketplace. And,
oh, nice. Did you pick them up?
Huh?
Did you pick them up?
Yeah, I've got them. They're like really dirty right now, but I'm going to do some before and after pictures of cleaning them because like there's going to be a huge difference. And
how much were they selling it for?
Well, so the thing is, they're gonna be more expensive because that's the thing. Because before I wanted to buy like these really fancy cans, jars, whatever, where like there's a glass lid because then you can keep reusing the lid. Whereas like with the metal ones,
just do the Tatler lids.
Well, but the thing is, I was very like stuck on this idea, but all those jars were really expensive. So yeah, so that's why I went for the antique ones, because they essentially work the same way, but they're just really old. So the ones I bought, okay, I'm super stupid about this, but so they were selling 10 of them for $15.
Okay.
And I was like, that's a much better deal than the ones I really wanted to get. So I was like all for it. And so the downside, though, is I didn't have a $10 bill. I had a 20 and I had a 5. And I didn't, I was like, I can't expect them to have change. So I was like, well, I'll just pay them 20 and say keep the change. So that was just dumb, because then it's like I was paying $2 for each one. I mean, it's only $5, so like I'm not complaining that much, but I am kind of mad at myself. So I'm actually going to pick up some more jars. Like, that's how you know I have a problem. I haven't even used these yet, and I bought more. So I saw a listing where they're selling like 21 jars of the same type. So
they're selling 21 jars?
21 jars, and they're selling them for $30. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it, and then I'm done. No more.
I don't know why I can't get myself to...
In a good spot.
There we go. I'm just trying to, like, be straight on with the camera.
Okay.
I was struggling. Because I want to say that if you're buying a dozen jars, like, are you talking pint-sized jars?
So that's the thing, they're a mix, because, here, I'll go grab 2 to demonstrate, but, so there's some that are bigger and some that are smaller. I don't really know what the sizes are.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, those are dirty.
Yeah, so this is the big one. And
That's
this is like the little size.
It looks like a quart and a pint, I would say.
But I was super excited about them.
But yeah, because I would say, like, if you were buying regular quart and pint size, like, I'd say the pints you could probably get a dozen. I'm trying to think of what I paid for them. Maybe like a dozen for $10.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Whereas I think if you were to get a quart, you'd probably get a dozen for maybe 13. Like, I feel like those are around what I paid, but yeah, I mean, yours, hopefully they seal.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've read, like, so, like, really the big difference in, like, people's concern is, like, oh, they don't seal, like, the same way. Like, so for yours, like, you know, the lid, like, depresses or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So mine won't do that. And that's kind of, like, people's concern is, like, how can you make sure that it's sealed? But then people are like, well, you can just lift on the lid like you do normally, and if it sticks, then you're fine. So...
Well, that's like the Tatler lids.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's fine. So...
I'm really excited about the Tatler lids, and I'm considering buying more.
I mean, I think as long as you, because, like, right now I feel like I have this problem where, as I said, I just bought all these jars and I haven't even tested them yet. But it's like the... You don't want to have more than what you need, I guess.
I know. Well, but the thing is, because I want to do more canning this year. Mm-hmm. Granted, I still have...
I came up with a list of things I want to can. Like,
I have a list of things I want to can.
I'm really excited about some of these things.
But yeah, because I have a dozen of the quart-sized Tatler lids, but the thing is, like, that's all going to be applesauce.
Okay.
Whereas, like, I don't have that many pint-size Tatler lids left because we use them all for the strawberries. I might also need to buy more pint-sized jars because I like the size, and I just don't have that many left.
Yeah.
But so what else is on your list? What else do you want to can?
Okay, so I want to maybe do strawberry jam. I know you just said, like, you don't really want to do canning this weekend.
I mean, I could bring it back up. I mean, bring it out of the basement.
Because I was just thinking, like, last year I made a lot of strawberry jelly, and it's, like, almost all gone because I used a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. See, the reason why I don't want to do strawberry jam is because I've had issues in the past with it not setting.
I see.
So that's why I'm like, you know what, it doesn't even turn out good. I don't want to waste my time making it. When I really just prefer the strawberries being in that syrup.
Yeah.
The juice.
So anyways, I was thinking maybe strawberry jam. I want to make my own salsa.
I do too.
And then, because, like, of course I figure maybe I wouldn't, like, set some aside to eat, just, like, with the assumption that one of my cans will fail. It's kind of, or if it doesn't fail, then it's just good practice and I can just open one up immediately. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to do salsa. I want to do peaches. Like, I was thinking about
I do too.
Making, like, a peach filling so I can make, like, peach cobbler later or something.
I was thinking about literally doing what we did with the strawberries, but with a whole bunch of fruit.
Yeah, I thought it sounded really good too.
Like, I was thinking cherries
Cherries?
Cherries. Yeah, not chairs.
Yeah.
Canned chairs.
I saw a recipe today that was for like a bruschetta that you like, the topping, like with all the tomatoes and stuff. And so then you can it, and then you don't have to prepare it later. I thought that sounded pretty good.
The only thing with that is that usually it's like a uncooked topping, whereas like if it's in the canner, it's going to cook.
Okay, I see. All right, and then I've got chili sauce on my list.
Oh man, our parents make the best chili sauce.
It's so good. So we have to get Mom's recipe and then can it.
I know she uses tons of sugar.
Yeah, well, it's worth it because it's really good. And then the last thing I want to make, I was saving this one for last because I think you might be really excited about it.
Okay, let's go.
So I want to make raspberry jalapeno jam.
I've thought about doing that before, and actually I have a recipe for it.
It doesn't seem that hard.
Yeah.
From what I read, you have to get the raspberries, but then you just kind of cut open a jalapeno and toss it in there while the raspberries are cooking. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, because I got a couple canning books for Christmas a couple years ago, and so one of them is the one that I asked for. And then the other book is one that our brother-in-law was like, this one seems fun. And it's just kind of like a whole bunch of, I think it's called Not Your Mother's Canning Book or Not Your Grandmother's Canning Book. And so it has some recipes that are a little different in it. But the thing is, half the book, or maybe a quarter of the book, are pressure canning recipes.
I see.
Which I don't have a pressure canner. And then I'd say maybe another quarter of the book is a whole bunch of recipes that use the stuff that you canned. So it's use this barbecue sauce that you canned or something.
Right.
To make this pulled pork thing or something like that.
But I saw a recipe today that was it was a peach barbecue sauce. So I think peach is the base and it probably sweetens it. And then, I don't know, you make it barbecue-y somehow.
That would be good, I would think.
Yeah. That sounded cool.
Yeah, here, wait, let me pull up my list.
The downside, though, I forgot to tell you. So the jars I bought, they didn't come with the rubber that you put on it to make the seal. So I ordered some of those, but I don't think they'll be in by the weekend. And I hate to use your jars. So well, I haven't figured that out yet.
Okay.
But because I saw there's a hardware store locally where I can buy it, but I don't know. It's just a matter of going because the nearest one is 20 minutes south of where I live. Because there's other locations, but they're out of stock. So.
Okay. So what my list, I have peach salsa, regular salsa, cherries. And I did put blueberry jam in here. And then the strawberries, which we did. I put orange marmalade.
That sounds weird. I don't think I want to make that.
You don't think so?
No.
I think it would be really good with, maybe on a bagel or a croissant with cream cheese. I feel like it would be good.
I don't know, I just feel orange in general isn't my flavor.
Okay. I also have raspberry jalapeno jam on my list.
Yeah.
And then I have applesauce.
Yeah, I also have applesauce is yes, I should make that. That's more of a fall thing.
I also have apple slices. Still don't know if I want to do this, but I saw a recipe and I thought, you know what, maybe that would be good.
Well, I had thought about doing apple pie filling, so of course I wouldn't do a pie because who wants apple pie when you can have apple crisp instead?
Yeah, apple crisp filling then. I also have lemon curd, peaches or pears, and I thought maybe chutney, and there's also a recipe for doing pie pumpkins.
Okay.
So you leave the pumpkin kind of in big chunks. And then I also put tomatoes, but I don't know if I want to do tomatoes. And then I thought I could also do things like banana peppers, jalapeno peppers, onions. But I mean, but that's for pickling more.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I know it's a long list. I probably won't get to it all this year, but you know.
But you know, because part of my
I was just
logic,
ambitious.
part of my logic for really investing and like diving into this whole canning thing is because what else am I doing this summer? Like, you can't really go
Right.
anywhere still, so I'm like, we may as well, you know, stock up on food, load the pantry,
Right?
pick
We'll just,
all the berries.
We'll squirrel it away.
Yeah. And McGlaris asked how strawberry picking was.
I saw that.
It was really good.
And then he also says that apple crisp is way better than pie. Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh, in Boy Scout camp, he used to make crisp along with freshly made ice cream.
Oh wow.
Nice. Yeah, I mean,
good.
we've always just done it with ice cream from the store. But yeah, so strawberry picking was good. We each picked 6 quarts. And
we're gonna pick more.
Yeah, we're gonna pick more this weekend. We picked for about 2 hours, and it was a little bit of a what's the word? I mean, I guess a little bit of a. We were a little flustered because the place we wanted to go was closed the day we wanted to go.
Yeah, but they don't tell you until like 9 in the morning, and so the place we ended up going opened at 8, but we got there like on around 10 or something. Yeah, so we had to change our plans, look up where to go because we didn't really have a backup plan.
Yeah, but the strawberries were so good. I thought they were really good strawberry flavor.
Yeah, I thought they were really good too.
McGlaris has been thinking about going to the local cemetery to pick berries. They have berries at the cemetery?
Interesting.
That is interesting. Are they like wild berries? And you know what? So we're planting. Look, we're doing landscaping work, and Sea Tiger was saying that he wanted to look into a raspberry bush so that we could pick raspberries. But we're thinking about putting it in the back. I need to actually do research though because I did not do any research into that yet. But I did plant a couple plants in the front garden. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, I'm excited for our further canning.
Yeah, I am totally ready to do more canning. Except I'm not right now because I need those rubber gasket things. But once I have those, totally ready.
So one of the local German cemetery in town planted raspberry, blackberries, and 3 or 4 other bushes along the limits of the cemetery in order to give the German people free fruit during the year.
That's cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah. I've never heard of anything like that.
Me neither. You know what? I'm going to look into raspberries. Raspberry bush. See how big they are and how many years they have to grow before you can actually harvest. Size. They say 3 to 5 feet. 2 to 3 feet wide.
Okay.
So everyone, remember that for when you want to plant your raspberries. They're self-fertile too, so you need to only plant 1 bush. And they start producing fruit a year after planting. Huh. Wow. So McGlaris says that very few people remember that there are these bushes, so they're almost entirely full and go to waste. They were planted 60 to 90 years ago.
Wow.
That is a very long time ago. But that's awesome that you can take advantage of that. You don't want that fruit to go to waste.
No.
But actually, you know what? So one of my friends, she was interested in picking strawberries with us, but she's going to be out of town. But she's like, oh, are they open during the week? What's the name of the place? So I told her, and she looked at their website, and she's like, oh, they're closed this afternoon because so many people had picked in the morning.
Oh, I see.
And I'm like, yep, that's a risk with that place, apparently.
Yeah, I really didn't think this through. This guy's gonna die.
What guy? Ross?
Ross.
He can't die.
Wait a minute. I can save him. Hang on. I can save him.
Can you?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Okay, looks like we can do that one more time, and this other flyer can rescue them.
Okay. Risky.
Yeah. Although, I wonder, because, like, since he's got a horse, it seems like... Okay, but she... Okay, good. Okay.
And McLaren says that he only found out about it because a neighbor at work, whose father was the last to be buried, told him all the history of the cemetery. Wow.
Okay.
So it's a real secret. Wow, what a hidden gem. That is so cool. Yeah, I don't know of any wild bushes. Actually, McLaris, have you heard of pawpaw?
Rice is obsessed with pawpaw.
I mean,
it's not a
maybe
bad thing.
I mean, maybe not so much anymore. It is a very strange fruit. Did I must have talked about it on stream.
I don't remember you ever talking
Before.
about it.
I must have. McLaren said that he went to the Berry Cemetery in 2013 with 6 5-gallon buckets, and there was still so much fruit. That's
Wow.
crazy. And so he's never heard of pawpaw. So pawpaw is this strange fruit. It seems to me, from the research I've done, is that it's mostly an Ohio fruit. But it's said to grow everywhere, like basically east of the Mississippi. But I think it does go a little west of the Mississippi too. And it does like all the way up to New York, all the way down to Florida. But the thing with New York is it's a little cold. So sometimes the frost kills it. But it's a fruit that tastes, it's like a cross between a banana and a mango. And sometimes, like, there's 2 different varieties of pawpaw, and like one tastes more like banana and one tastes more like mango. And they have like these big seeds, and they're pretty small fruit. They're probably like this big or so, this big. Yeah, they're really mushy, and like I had mentioned it to one of our uncles who grew up in Ohio, and he's like, "What? You're going to this pawpaw festival?" He's like, "Why? Pawpaw's not good. It's just rotten, like rot." Because he always knew it as fruit rotting on the ground. But yeah, you can pick it and eat it, and it is a strange flavor. But I mean, did I bake with it? I know I ate some of it plain, but I think I also saved some for like pawpaw bread. And pawpaw bread tastes like banana bread. But the thing is, like, around here, there's one farm that I know of that grows it. And anytime I contacted them like probably 2 years in a row, and they never had it. And then I also contacted Cornell those years because Cornell grows a lot of fruit in the orchards, and I saw that they had pawpaw, and I'm like, oh, cool. The thing is, they don't let you pick it yourself. They sell it to you in bins, and you can buy it. But I'm like, no, I want to pick it. So anyways, and also I was like, I don't want to drive 3 hours to get there and have the fruit not be ripe or, you know, whatever. So I didn't go. So then one year I did go down to Ohio to go to the festival, and I did eat pawpaw there. Yeah, and that's when I decided it's weird. If I had the opportunity to eat more, I would, but it doesn't seem to be readily available. And actually, for my wedding registry, I did put a little baby pawpaw plant on my registry, and someone got it for me, but it died. So our dog actually killed it, which was a shame.
Yeah.
Because she had her leash on and she was running, and she just like ran into the path of the pawpaw, and the pawpaw just like snapped. I'm like, well,
I see.
There goes the pawpaw.
I don't think I knew that's how it died.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was also probably killing it because I'm not great with plants.
I'm not either.
And McLaris recently bought a variety box of rare bananas that is grown in Florida. So what's so different about them? if they're rare. I also I want to try and I mean maybe this sounds like duh, why do you want to try that? I want to try like raw plantains because I've only ever had plantain chips.
Okay.
And they're delicious, but you know, I kind of want to try the actual plantain itself. But yeah, it would have been cool if I had gotten the Pawpaw tree to work, but oh well. We'll
Just so you know, for the game, I'm really struggling to decide who to like attack this guy with because this guy has like a critical, like a chance to critical hit, and I'm just so paranoid that he'll kill whoever I throw in there. So I'm trying to be careful. Just want to throw that out there.
That's fine. I think it's good that you're trying to save our people.
Yeah.
And McGlair says bananas used to taste entirely different during the 1920s and switched again in the 50s and yet again in the 70s.
Really?
That's so weird. Like, I wonder what they tasted like before. I wish I could go back in time. Try them.
If I had to guess, they're probably not as good.
Now? Yeah, I would guess that too.
No, before.
Oh, you think before?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were probably trying to breed the good qualities in it.
Mm-hmm.
McLaren says, I can eat them or go back in time. Probably eat them. Oh, so those are the bananas you bought. Is that right? You bought one of the like heritage types of bananas? It is interesting. Eat them and see what they taste like. Yeah. I knew you didn't have a way to time travel.
Yeah.
So, do you have to go down to Florida to eat them, or can you... Well, you said you ordered them, right? You just bought them, so... Yeah, I do like the idea of planting a raspberry bush, so maybe we will do that. It's pricey, $150 for 10 pounds delivered. That is pricey.
Wow.
$15 a pound for banana. Though I guess it's cheaper than the fish I buy, so...
Yeah, there you go.
It was actually, I may have convinced my mother-in-law to buy some fish.
Really?
Because well, I don't know. We'll see. She said she would look into it. But so we went golfing with my in-laws for Father's Day. And so I was talking to her about fish for some reason, you know, it comes up. I swear I didn't bring it. No, I probably did. But yeah, so she's like, oh, what's it called again? I'm like, oh, it's called Sitka Salmon Shares. And so anyways, she's like, oh, send me the link and then I'll look into it. So I said, okay. So I sent her the link and then I also looked up, because I knew there were discount codes. And like, so most of them get you $25 off your first order. And then I found that there's this refer a friend one. And that one is also a $25 discount for her. But then so long as she puts my name in, it would also be a $25 discount for me.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, you know, if she decides to do it, then, you know, then she can get $25 off and then I can get $25 off. So we'll see. Migler says, but he's been wanting to try a variety of the bananas for 6 years and finally talked myself into it last weekend. Nice. I like that. Because, yeah, I mean, my whole Pawpaw excursion adventure thing, it was probably like 3 years. Maybe 4. He's hopeful that he gets to try the Gross Michael banana that's supposed to taste exactly like imitation banana. Really? That sounds weird. Like, I'm thinking banana like Laffy Taffy banana. Like,
oh gosh.
Is that the banana you're talking about?
And
Gross Michael.
I will say, like, those little Runts candies, like the banana one, I always kind of
You always liked those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they were good. I kind of like the banana Laffy Taffy. Yeah, he says yes, I believe so. Well, you'll have to let us know how it is. Gross banana. I'm gonna write that down. I am guessing it's like gross, like GROSS, spelling or pronunciation wise. Gross banana. So you don't know what kind you are getting. It's just a mixture, a variety. And when was the Gross Michael banana popular? Was that like a 20s or a 50s kind of banana? Ballista broke.
Yeah,
Oh, but you killed the guy.
Huh?
You killed the guy. Nice.
I did, yeah. Now I just have to seize the place. Also kill this guy that just kind of has been chasing us for a while. There's these two that like never even activated.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I played golf decently last Sunday. I played really well at the beginning, and then the last few holes I kind of fell apart.
Okay.
But it was a really long round of golf. It was like, I think, so we only played 9 holes, but it was like 2.5 or almost 3 hours.
That's a long time.
It was a long round. And it was also really hot. It was like upper 80s, and we were walking, carrying our clubs.
Why did it take so long?
I mean, there's 4 of us walking, and like since it was more of a social gathering, you know, we weren't really in a rush, and so it just kind of took a while.
Yeah. You were golfing with the younger couple, right?
No, this was his parents.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
My in-laws.
Yeah.
No, we were supposed to golf with them on Monday, but we didn't go because of thunderstorms.
Okay.
I mean, we drove all the way there, and when we got there, we heard thunder, and we're like, well, we're going to just leave.
That stinks.
Yeah. So Maglaris thinks that the imitation banana was popular in the 50s to 70s. And there's some disease that wiped out all of the plantations. They can't be grown at scale for worldwide production.
Gotcha.
Huh. Kind of like the wild ash borer. Isn't that what it's called? The
emerald ash borer?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it destroys all the ash trees.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking, similar to this
like
banana
you can't have tons of ash trees and then have them all die.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but Cookie, I wanted to tell you, so the plants that I planted...
Yeah. Like for
I don't know if I told you.
For like your front walkway?
Yeah. So there are these plants called Little Henry. But they are so they're native, because that was one of the things I was looking for. I'm like, it's got to be native, and I wanted something that flowered so that we could have pollinators. So it attracts butterflies and bees.
That sounds nice. Look out
so
for
I'm
the
really
bees,
excited.
Though.
Yeah, I know. Maglaris says that he bought a case of Hawaiian Royal bananas. Normally they're several $100s a pound.
Oh my god.
But was on sale for $50 for 5 pounds.
Wow.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Were they good?
I hope so.
Or has he not gotten them yet? Is that one of the ones you just bought? It's probably ones he just bought.
Probably.
Since he just convinced himself to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know. Well,
Okay.
let us know. Let us know how they are. And hopefully you get that gross Michael one. So what were these ones called? The Hawaiian Royal?
Yeah. You know what? I'm so mad because, I dehydrated all those strawberry tops and I was going to try the tea live.
Oh, that would have been exciting.
I still can. I would just have to take a little break and go, turn the water on.
You could have Argus do it.
Well, he doesn't know. I mean, it's very straightforward, but I feel like since he's never done before, I would just be giving him instructions this whole time. It's like, it would just be faster for me to do it.
Okay. Maglaris says he's getting together with a bunch of friends to try it out. Nice.
Mm.
Yeah, it's always fun to try food with other people.
Mm-hmm. I tried a new tea
Oh yeah.
So the thing is, at the farmer's market, I bought some carrots, and they still had their like green stems on them. And I was like, it seems a waste to just throw these in the compost. So then I read a thing that's like, oh, you can make a nice tea out of the leaves. I'm like, really? And so they said to just take them fresh and like put them in your like boiling water for like 15 minutes or something. So I did it, and it's fine. I feel like it does have a little bit of a carroty flavor, but in general, it's like, it's just okay. I have a pitcher full, and I've actually been putting it in my smoothies because, like, I drank it plain once. I'm like, that's enough. So, it's not something I'll do again, but it was worth a shot.
Yeah, you know those, like the Odwalla smoothie drinks and the, like, Bolt House Farms and the Naked drinks?
Yeah.
So, I think Bolt House Farms has one that's carrot. So, like, you know, they just blend a whole bunch of carrots together with maybe an apple or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it once because, like, it always looked so good because it was, like, this really pretty orange, and, like, and I love carrots, so I'm like, oh, and Sea Tiger was always like, no, I don't want that one, so I was like, I'm gonna buy this for myself. And it wasn't great, so...
But, you know, I want to tell you...
I still drank the whole thing, but I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, the fruity ones are the way to go.
Well, so, you know that juice place that's, like, pretty close to where I live? So, there's one that's called, like, the Zinger, and, like, the first ingredient is carrots. And it's, like, orange, and I was like, well, I want to try all their juices. So I was very skeptical of it, but, like, you know, I drank it, and it's my favorite one so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's got a carroty flavor, but, like, there's also the fruit in it, so it makes it sweet. I just bought 3 more, because, like, over my vacation week, I bought 4 juices, and then I drank all those pretty quick, and then it's just taken me a while to, like, return the jars and then get some new juices. So I got 3 more today. I'll let you know.
Oh, wow.
If any of them are better. They're all, like, $6 a jar. They're so expensive, but, like, it's part of the
How
experience.
big are they?
I mean, it's
Are they, like, pint-sized jars?
Yeah. I mean, I guess, like, if you wanted to, you could just keep the jar and then look at it as an investment for candy.
Yeah.
But I returned them. So,
I mean, I'm sure they appreciate it.
yeah, she seemed happy that I was giving them back. Yeah. But
McLaren says that the banana is called AIA, I'm guessing. Or their dwarf Hawaiian variegated banana. And now he's thinking about buying Papa.
yeah, be careful though. They're only ripe for like a week or something.
Yeah, no, that's true. So you have to wait until the fall. Like they're
Is it the early fall?
I want to say it was like the end of September. Yeah, no. The festival was September, like mid-September, like 14th or 15th, because it was CU Tiger's mom's birthday weekend, and he was like, we have to go to this Pawpaw festival. I'm like, yes. So McLaren, you should wait until mid-September or so. Maybe scout it out a little bit at the beginning of September. But they're only ripe for like a week. And once they're off the tree, like, it's only a couple of days.
Yeah, and then they're just on the ground and they rot, like our uncle said.
Yeah, well, I think they pick them from the trees.
Well, yeah. I mean, but
because otherwise they would
once
just
they
bruise.
fall.
Yeah, McLaren says place online from Ohio says it ships in September 2020. Okay, all right. So they know what they're doing. $20 for a few bushels. That doesn't sound too bad. That sounds way cheaper than what I paid for them at the festival.
Well, of course they're going to make them more expensive at the festival.
I know. Yeah, I would maybe just get 1 bushel if you're thinking about getting them, because in case you don't like them, you don't want to have tons and tons of Pawpaw to eat.
Because I think you said that, like, you liked it, but not enough to, like, get more or something.
Yeah, I mean, just around here, it's too much of a hassle to get it. I mean, I suppose I could just buy it online. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I love other fruit more, like, you know, strawberries and raspberries and apples and stuff. Because really, the whole reason why I looked into it in the first place was Migler says, I mean, I'd spend $20 to give a few a try. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's a good experiment. Yeah, the first time I looked into it was because it was when I was living in Ohio, and I didn't see anything about it there, but I was doing Google searches because I was eating banana in my oatmeal every day, and I was like, but bananas have to be shipped here. I'm like, there's gotta be a local option, like some other fruit that I could put in my oatmeal.
I'm just going to throw this out there. I know I've said it before, but bananas aren't so horrible for the environment because they're transported on ships, and that has a lower impact than like planes and stuff because they've got a longer shelf life than a lot of fruit. Okay, sorry.
Oh.
Continue.
No, I didn't know that. That's good to know.
I swear I had told you that on stream before, but maybe we're playing a game and you like in one ear out the other.
Probably.
Yeah. So since they have a longer shelf life, they're transported on boats, and that's totally cool. So
okay.
I feel like for me, like I just load up on bananas because they're so versatile. Like I put them in smoothies and my cereal, can make banana bread. I'm sure there's other things.
So the thing is, like, we still buy bananas, but we don't buy them. Like, I was literally eating them every day. Whereas, like, now, I really only have bananas if we're having a smoothie, or if sometimes on the weekend I'll do, like, a peanut butter banana oatmeal. But, like, otherwise, like, we do applesauce in our oatmeal, because that was what I determined was going to be the replacement for banana, because I'm like, and that was really once I moved back to New York, because I'm like, New York is the Empire State. We have tons of apples.
Lots of apples.
So, yeah, so then I've just been doing applesauce ever since. But, yeah, good to know about the bananas.
Mm-hmm. I eat almost one every day, but sometimes, like, if I'm doing cereal, I'll do half a banana.
Yeah.
To conserve them, you know.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes we'll do half a banana. Like if I'm having my oatmeal with peanut butter and banana, but I don't want a whole banana, then Sea Tiger will eat the other half. And sometimes I give Ripley a piece. She likes bananas. I've been giving her so many peanuts lately as my new training. So, yeah, it's been working. Because Sea Tiger was mowing the lawn earlier, and I was like, every time she barked, I'm like, Ripley, come here. And then I'd give her a peanut, and I'm like, be quiet. And eventually she was just laying right by it, and I was doing my Pilates workout, and so she just laid by me, and I had the little container of peanuts, so I'd just give her one as I was doing my work. But
nice.
McLaren says, I don't understand why you would save half a banana.
Well, to use it the next day for more cereal. You know, then you're eating, like, it helps conserve the bananas. You're not going to just throw away half a banana. That'd be crazy.
No. Yeah,
just stick it in the fridge and use it another day.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a really good... What?
I said, or you can share half a banana with someone, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Split it. It doesn't go bad, really like, so fast.
No, it doesn't. But I have a good banana oatmeal pancake recipe. They're really good.
You know, I meant to tell you because I had made some pancakes for Father's Day for me and Argus. Because we did like a video call with our parents.
Yeah, so, brunch.
The thing is, I thought the pancakes looked like so good, but so I used a recipe. It wasn't a buttermilk pancake recipe. It was one that actually used yogurt. And I was like, perfect. It gets us like protein and stuff. But so the thing is, I couldn't really tell how the pancake was because mine was loaded with strawberries and stuff. But Argus said that his pancake like wasn't the best. So I'm gonna do pancakes again and like redeem myself. I'm thinking this weekend.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, if you want the banana recipe I was just talking about, I could give it to you.
I might, yeah. Not for Argus. He wants a classic pancake, but I'll take it.
Okay. Okay. McLaren doesn't see a world where he doesn't just eat the entire banana. Yeah. All right.
That's fair.
He's heading out of work. Talk to you guys next week. All right.
All right. See ya.
Be safe. Yep. Bye. Yeah. Well, because what we do is we buy a bunch of bananas, and we don't eat that much of them while they're at room temperature. We'll maybe eat a couple,
Mm-hmm.
and then we freeze the rest of them.
Yeah.
So like the other day, I was like, peeling all these bananas, breaking them. I break them into thirds. So breaking them into thirds, putting them in the freezer, and then I've been cutting up the peels so that I can compost them and they degrade easier. Because the thing is, like, so the one podcast I listen to, it's called Milk Street, and I really like it. And part of the reason why I like it is because, like, it's very broken up. Like, the episodes will be 50 minutes, but, like, he'll spend the first maybe 10 minutes talking to some chef, another 10 minutes they take people's calls, and they have these, like, cooking questions. And so that was where the one woman called, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do with my banana peels. It seems so wasteful." And so they were saying, like, "Oh, you could make a banana bacon, or you could cook it into chutney." And so that's why I have chutney on my canning list.
I see.
Um, but so, because the thing is, we tried the banana peel bacon.
How was it?
And it wasn't that bad. Like I thought it was decent. But the thing is, like, we ate so much of it that we both had really bad like diet or like digestive distress.
I see. So none of that.
So we're like, well, maybe we won't do that again.
Yeah.
So I've just been cutting it up and throwing it in the compost.
Gotcha.
But maybe I'll use it for chutney sometime. We'll see. The thing is, I feel like chutney I feel like you could do it with like baguette and maybe some kind of cheese and then put chutney on top, kind of like a jam. And I think some people also put it like with curried dishes.
Yeah, I actually read for watermelon rinds, like not the green part, I don't think. I think it's just like that white part, that's between the green and the red that like no one likes eating, but you eat it because you're a good sport.
Yeah.
So like that white part, I saw a recipe to like make it into a curry. And I thought that sounded interesting, but I think I saved the recipe, but I don't know if I'll ever make it because I don't really buy watermelon hardly ever.
I don't either. It's
I really like it. I just
a hassle.
Yeah, I just don't buy it.
Yeah, but I saw watermelon at the farmer's market last week, and I was like, oh, it looks so good, though. Because I do love it. I mean, not as much as strawberries, but the watermelon is pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And actually, so I was telling Steve Tiger, because right now our grill is not working, which is kind of a bummer because, summertime, you want to grill. But one of his friends that lives in Cincinnati, they're coming up this way to visit some parents. And so they're thinking about stopping by here. I'm like, oh, it's a shame that the grill's not working because we could grill. And I'm like, and I could make some more strawberry shortcake. And we could have, whatever else to go with it. But, yeah, so we're probably going to see them at some point, which will be nice.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm not sure how they're going to do that with the 2-week rule. I guess maybe if they're just not going anywhere.
What rule?
I can't really hear you when you're down there. What? So, Steve Tiger said that he was talking to them this morning, and that new rule came out this afternoon. So he hasn't talked to them since that.
I see. What new rules?
I already told you. The rule where if you come into New York State, you need to self-isolate for 2 weeks.
Yes. That rule. I know that one.
Yeah, well, because apparently the all of the snowbirds, the people who hibernate for the winter, they all came back with coronavirus and gave it to other people.
Yeah.
And then some people just went on vacation because, why not?
Yeah, things are opening up, so let's go on vacation.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about calling the airline and seeing if I could get a refund for our flight instead of just the, the voucher.
Credit. I think that makes sense.
Yeah. But I mean, I need to actually call them because whenever I've tried to use their like self-automated things, like it's been telling me that I can't get a refund. So I would rather talk to somebody in person. Well, not in person, over the phone. I would like to talk to a real person.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if things keep going the way they're going, I'm not going to want to go to Portland or, you know, out to Oregon in the fall like I originally wanted to.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Yeah, I've noticed that, so like everybody that I work with, most of them are in like the main office for DOT. But, I've been noticing more people like wanting to take vacation days because like they have to send a request and like share it with everybody so that everyone knows that hey, they're going to be out. So lots of people are planning vacations, and when I say vacations, like they're taking maybe like a couple Fridays off or like half a week off. Like no one's taking 2 weeks off or anything, so I don't think they're like, you know, doing anything extreme, like no traveling probably, but I was happy to see that people are taking time off, though, because I felt like for a while there, everyone was like, oh, I'll just hoard my vacation time.
That's what I'm doing.
You have to give yourself a break, you know? If you were planning a vacation, maybe just do like a little bit shorter of one. It's still nice to have time off.
Yeah, because, well, I was looking at my vacation, my accruals. So I now have 2 weeks of sick leave. And I have 81 hours, so that's, you know, like 2 weeks plus like half a day, or almost a whole day, of vacation leave. And I'm like, hey, that's not too bad, but, you know, I'm not at my 1 year work anniversary yet. Because that comes in August. And then I won't be on probation anymore.
And then you'll get 5 new days off.
Ooh!
I know.
That's right.
It's pretty, like, I will say, it's pretty nice to not be on probation anymore. It's not like, I don't know, I feel like you'd have to really mess up to, like, you know, get fired within that first year, but...
That's how ODOT was, too.
Yeah.
But my last review, I mean, we had to do virtually because coronavirus had started. But it was like a glowing review. I'm like, wow, cool, I'm doing a good job. Because my boss finally decided to give me credit for this awesome spreadsheet that I made, so that was good. Because he said the other time, he's like, oh, I was thinking about giving you, like, you know, exceeds expectations or whatever the equivalent is. But he's like, he's always like, there's always room for improvement, and I agree. But he did give me a very good review this last time. So I think the chances of me not making it through probation are pretty slim. So that's good.
Oh, so wow.
But also because my whole department is has a lot of, I guess I'd say at least 3 people who are going to retire in the next few years. So you know, they always need young people. Did Everton have a game today?
You know, they did. That's why I wore my jersey.
Here I thought maybe you were just wearing it because it looked cool.
No. So, yeah, their season started... Well, so I think they've had 3 games so far. I'm sure Argus could correct me if I'm wrong. But, so they've recently, like, you know, started playing again, but... The crowds are totally empty, so you can like hear the players yelling at each other, which is like very new to me because in my mind they're always silent. And which I think is pretty cool. But then there's some games, like we've had some other non-Everton games on the TV, and sometimes they add crowd noises, and I'm like, that's so dumb. Like we know there's no crowd there, so I don't know.
Just to make it seem more exciting.
It's just really stupid. But yeah, so they played today. They won. I didn't get to watch any of it because it was during work hours. So I did see that they won 1-0, so that's
okay.
Good.
Did Argus watch?
Yeah. So we had the TV on, but like I had something that was like pretty urgent that I had to do, so I didn't really even have time to like look over at the TV every so often. It was like I was kind of glued to my computer. That's all right. But yeah, they played over the weekend and they tied. I think it was just 0-0. Yeah. But so I was, yeah, it's exciting that they're playing again. I know, like, so the whole league is like messed up because it was supposed to be done like already. You know, they're supposed to have a winner and have the summer. Like, they don't have the summer off. Like, a lot of players will play for like their country's team or like some European leagues and stuff. But yeah, so it's just different. And so now like they have water breaks and stuff, and it's like, because during the World Cup that was in maybe South Africa, I think they had like lots of water breaks because it was so hot. Maybe it was in Brazil. It was one of them. But
I heard that the cases for Brazil have gone way up.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard in general that there's like, especially for like the places that are getting hit now, like it's not that it's even like the second wave. It's just like they were never really hit in the first place. So I was reading that about like just places in the U.S. because I was just reading the article that was about Europe that's going to ban people from the U.S.
Yeah.
So it was talking about how places in the U.S. right now that are having it bad didn't really have it at all before. Or like it was just very minor before.
Right.
But yeah, someday maybe things will be normal.
My news podcast told me that I mean, this is completely unrelated, but it was something in the news, so I thought I would share because I thought it was interesting. But there was news that they came up with this, I don't know if it's a vaccine. It's not a vaccine. Some kind of, like, I don't think it's stem cells either. But basically, this woman who had sickle cell, she was given some sort of solution so that now she hasn't been bothered by her sickle cell at all. Which I thought was interesting because, like, in biology class, you learn, like, oh, like, some people have sickle cell anemia, and I'm like, what is that? And, yeah, you know, the sickle blood cells, but it can, like, do blood clots and stuff, so it, and, you know, like, people can have really bad effects from it, so I just thought it was really interesting, because I'm like, if they could, like, if this is a valid cure for it, then, you know, maybe it won't be a thing in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I think that someday they'll come up with a vaccine.
Well, I'm sure so too. I'm sure they will too. But I just thought it was interesting because it's happening now.
Yeah. Let's see. I wrote down like a bunch of things I wanted to talk to you about because I forget.
Yeah. No, I mean, I haven't been writing anything down. I've just been kind of flying by the seat of my pants.
Yeah.
Like the Lorax.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, I mean, we watched when I was in college.
Like the animated movie, it like has him pick him up. He picks himself up by the seat of his pants. It's like, how do you even do that?
Yeah, so that's what I always think of. I'm like, oh, the Lorax. I never even read that story, but
I feel so like I am the Lorax, and it just makes me sad because I feel like the Lorax, he doesn't really accomplish anything. He just says, you know, like, oh, I speak for the trees, but then like doesn't really accomplish anything.
Yeah. And Ogre's here. He says, hey, Grills, can't wait for you to play Bubble Bobble together.
That we'll make that our first game when we're in person together. I think that'd be a good one.
I've never played, and I'm up for playing.
I mean, it's a very, like, whenever I play, I die, like, immediately. I'm not very good at it. So, like, maybe we'll play another game, too, along with it.
Maybe I'll be good. You never know.
You never know. But,
So what else were you going to say on your big list?
yeah, lately I've been making new masks because
Oh, yeah, good.
We each only have one, and I've decided, we don't wash them often enough because, like, we'll keep reusing them, and, like, you're not really supposed to do that. So, yeah, so I started making new ones. And these are fancy because they're going to have, like, a nose piece so that it, like, stays, like, flush with your face better.
Fits on your nose better.
Yeah. Although I will say my glasses, I feel like, because I always tuck it in underneath my glasses, and I feel like my glasses hold it to, like, in place pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be better with the nose thing. So, and then
yeah,
also...
that's good that you're doing that. Are you just making 2 more, or are you going to make more than that?
Well, so I've set up, like, 4, but I haven't attached the straps yet. So my plan is to do just 2, because we're going to try the tie back. Because right now, the ones we have the elastic that goes around the ears.
Mine are the tie back.
Yeah. So I'm going to do 2 that have the tie back, and then we will decide if we like the tie back better or the elastic. And then the other 2 that I'm making, we'll do whatever we prefer.
Okay.
So that's the current plan.
Ogre says the Bubble Bobble takes a few tries to figure out how it works, and then you're hooked.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it. But yeah, Cookie, because I made 4 masks, because I initially made 2, and then I made 2 more. But I don't think I'm going to be making any more, but you never know. I think I have enough material for 1 more mask.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, so... Because we have the 4 that I made, and then I got 2 from work, and then Sea Tiger got 1 from work, so we have 7 between the 2 of us. Like, that should be enough, I think.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Especially since I really only use 2 a week, because 1 for the farmer's market and 1 for work.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't intend to make more, but... Who knows what the future holds? Maybe I will.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, once coronavirus all blows over, we'll all have these masks, and it's like, what are we gonna do with these masks? And then they'll all go into the landfill.
No, I feel like, at least for me, it's like I'm gonna hold on to it because
I'm gonna hold on to it too.
Yeah.
You never know. There might be another pandemic when we're in our 40s.
Exactly. Like, who knows?
Yep. I mean, I hope not.
No.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll see. And then other things I want to talk to you about are, like, mostly things I've been watching and also things I've been, like, reading and playing, because I've still been playing more of my time at Portia. And,
okay.
So that, it's going good. That's all I can say at this point. I've almost completed the bridge. It's a pretty big deal.
Oh, man.
And then I've also been reading The Rise of Kyoshi.
Oh, yeah.
And which I really like it. So for our viewers that maybe don't know, me and Bryce are both huge Avatar The Last Airbender fans. I feel like we don't talk about it often enough on stream.
We don't, but that's because we're talking about food.
Yeah. Because, like, I was talking to my brother about it. I feel like for me, if I were to say, like, what things, like, what are Cookie's favorite things? So I would say, like, Avatar The Last Airbender as one of them. Harry Potter is another.
Harry Potter.
And then I'd also throw Disney in there, but I feel like for me with Disney, like, I'm kind of at the point where I've seen the movie so many times that I'm kind of like, I never want to watch them anymore. You know what I mean? Like
I would watch some of the newer ones more. Like,
yeah, like the ones you're not familiar with.
Yeah, like I could watch more Moana, and I've never seen Wreck-It Ralph. Still to this day.
Okay, yeah.
I should probably watch it.
I mean,
just to have the experience.
It's okay. Because I've seen both the first one and the second. They're fine.
I was also thinking about watching WALL-E again because I've only seen it the one time.
You should watch it.
And I thought maybe I should give it a second chance.
I like WALL-E.
I know you do.
Let me know because I have it. I can let you borrow it.
Oh, I thought I could probably just find it on Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. It's more convenient.
Which I saw the Disney Plus, and I want to watch it. I don't know if Steve Tiger does. Probably not. I did mention it to him. But, you know the Broadway show Hamilton that everybody was, like, raving about?
I know. It's going to be on Disney Plus, and I've never seen it, and I want to. It's actually coming to, it's coming here.
Oh, is it?
It was going to. It's probably changed since then.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, it's scheduled to come in, like, November this year or something.
Okay.
So I was planning to go see it. Like, I told Argus, I was like, we should go see it. And so... Argus isn't like a huge musical kind of person, but I told him we should both go. Cause like people love it.
Well, yeah. So I knew that people loved it, and I saw that it was going to be on Disney Plus. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch it on Disney Plus. Yeah. And I'm really excited for it. So, And if I like it, maybe I'll see the Broadway show too.
Yeah.
Which we still have our Anastasia tickets.
I know, yeah, I was wondering if there was any updates on that.
I haven't heard anything, just the new date is like September 5th or something.
Okay. Well, I guess we will stay tuned.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. I love Anastasia.
Yeah.
But... Oh, did I tell you that I finally watched Onward?
Yes, you did, yeah.
Okay. And I did like it.
Yeah.
And this past week, we watched a movie called Clueless.
Clueless, the one that's got some blonde in it?
There is some blonde, and I don't know what her name is. But you know what? She's actually the voice of Sharon Spitz in Braceface.
Holy cow, I can't even think, like, that's the main character.
Yeah. She's blonde, and then there's her friend has, like, two, like, kind of Princess Leia hair buns.
Gosh, I'm gonna have to, like, pull up a picture, because I'm literally, like, I recognize the name.
At least I think that's what her... Actually, I might be thinking of the girl from Recess. I think. Oh no, looks like she has them too. But she likes the boy, like, named Alden. In one episode, she gets her period.
I don't remember this. Like, as I said, I recognize the name of the show. I'm really having a hard time, like, remembering anything about it.
I think it was on ABC Family.
The saddest thing is I can think of how the theme song goes, but I can't.
I know.
I can't think of anything, like, about what happens. Like, huh. Well, as I said, I'm going to pull up a picture.
It was just a show kind of like Lizzie McGuire, just preteens in middle school,
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you watched Clueless. How was it?
Yeah. It was weird. It was really weird because, and this is another, like, I would call it a rom-com. But so basically, the guy in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
He was in it. He was the Paul Rudd. That's his name. Yeah. So it was weird because the plot kept jumping around. Like, she was like, "Oh, like, my grades are bad. I'm gonna try and get these two teachers together, and then maybe they'll raise my grades." And so she did that, and I thought it was gonna be a longer process. Like, I thought this was gonna be the point of the movie. And it totally wasn't. Then they moved on to something else, and then she completely, like, forgot about that person, then she moved on to something else. I'm like, what's up with this movie? It's so weird.
I see.
And Ogre says, The Basement Office from the New York Times, free on YouTube, try it out, maybe you like it, really cool.
What's it about?
Even heard of that. The Basement Office, New York Times.
What's the premise? someone working in their basement because of coronavirus?
New York Times or New York Post? I'm seeing something for New York
Times.
Post. Oh, no. I think I found it. Extended interview. It seems almost like I don't want to say a podcast. They're just talking about tons of UFOs, right? UFO videos released by Pentagon. Underwater UFOs add to U.S. Navy mystery. I'll check it out. Yeah, so we watched Clueless. Can't say I recommend it.
Okay. We had watched Rogue One as our movie of the week because me and Argus have each only seen it once, and so it was Argus's pick. So we watched that, and then I'm gonna give like
I still have to see the last one.
Yeah, I know you do.
The newest movie. Yeah. Maybe we'll watch that this week.
I will say, so with Rogue One, like, I know lots of people like it, and the thing is, I'm gonna say I mostly like it, but there's one thing, like a critical flaw to me that like kind of ruins the movie is I don't like the actress, like the main character. I feel like I don't like her voice. I can't get past it. And maybe if I watched the movie more and I got like used to it and it was like, oh, that's just her voice, you know?
I guess I don't remember.
But so that's where I'm at with Rogue One. Like I said, lots of people really like it, and it's like I've heard lots of people say it's their favorite Star Wars, but
yeah.
I don't think it'll ever be my favorite, but I'm not really a huge Star Wars person, so not a big deal.
We're going to start... So we finished watching... I can't think of what it's called. Geralt of Rivia. The Witcher.
Oh, okay.
So we finished rewatching The Witcher, and so we're going to rewatch The Mandalorian next. So I'm excited for that.
How did you like The Mandalorian? Yoda. I never saw it.
I liked it. Yeah, I thought it was good. It's on Disney Plus, so you have access to it.
Yeah, I know. Just haven't.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. I think each episode is like an hour long, probably.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean it's a good show, so I recommend it.
Okay. Because I've lately been watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah. I started it because I wanted to watch Legend of Korra, and I don't know, but I was like, I think I was sewing maybe the quilt or something, so I wasn't gonna be able to pay full attention to like actually watch Korra, so that's why we put on The Last Airbender. But we're on season 3 now, so we're like almost.
Oh, nice! That's a good season.
Yeah.
Ogre says that show is about UFOs and aliens and how they've been visiting Earth the last few years.
All right.
And then he's also asking what our favorite rom-coms are.
I'm not even
good
like
question.
I don't really know. I don't watch many rom-coms.
I've watched a lot in the past few months. Trying to think. I mean, I know there were definitely a handful that I did not like. But I feel like as a genre, I do generally like them. So as far as classics go, I thought that Sleepless in Seattle was pretty good. That one has Tom Hanks, Bonnie. You like him.
I've seen Sleepless in Seattle.
Okay.
I watched it before I went to Seattle, you know, you gotta study up.
Oh, that's right.
They're like hardly even in Seattle in that movie. I feel like they spend more time in New York or wherever she's from.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think she is from New York. I thought that one was good. When Harry Met Sally, I thought was pretty good too. That's another classic one. As far as like more more modern. I mean, I really like The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. And I also like, I thought that While You Were Sleeping was cute too. That also has Sandra Bullock in it. I guess that's gonna be my answer for now. I thought Romancing the Stone, that's a older one too. I thought that one was decent, but not as good as the other couple that I mentioned. How about you? What's your favorite? Do you have one? I was talking to Ogre, but you too, Cookie. Like, what's your favorite?
I don't think so.
I don't know if you would consider Mean Girls a rom-com. I would. I like Mean Girls.
It's not so romantic though.
She's trying. I mean, she ends up with whatever his name is.
Well, yeah, but I feel like to me that doesn't make it a romantic comedy.
What would you classify it then?
I just say it's a comedy.
Okay. I could see that.
Oh, cool.
Well, maybe let me take a look at a list, and maybe I'll then be like, okay, maybe I forgot this one.
I watched When in Rome once. I liked it. It has Kristen Bell in it.
Oh. I think I saw that one. Groundhog Day, bit of a rom-com, isn't it? Love it.
I like Groundhog Day also. That's a good pick.
I'm actually not a huge fan of Groundhog Day. I don't know why, but I'm not.
I like it.
Oh, another rom-com that I thought was really good is I can't think of what it's called now. Because I was looking at this list and Crazy Rich Asians showed up, and it's not Crazy Rich Asians because I haven't seen that.
This person's gonna die. I just wanted to let you know so that you can honor their death.
Oh, Archer, no!
The rest is up to you. I didn't realize these guys were gonna be so strong. And I kind of just put our people in a vulnerable situation, and I didn't realize it.
Oh, Archer.
I know.
We liked him.
I did, yeah, I liked him.
Yeah. No, but the rom-com that I was going to talk about is Always Be My Maybe. That's what it is. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's on Netflix. It's very good.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
You should see it.
Okay.
So this list on Rotten Tomatoes, the 200 best romantic comedies of all time. It's taking a while to load, though. The list is just that awesome. Yeah, I think I told our parents about Always Be My Maybe, but you should watch it.
Okay. Can I get like a plot synopsis?
So I don't remember the characters' names. But the woman, she is a very successful chef, and she opens restaurants all over the place, and they're like 5-star restaurants. And so growing up, so she's Korean. Korean? Yeah, pretty sure she's Korean. So and then she had this really good friend who is a guy, and they were like best friends for so long. And then they had like a short fling in high school, but then they just kind of like were like, oh, let's just pretend that didn't happen. But so anyway, so she became super successful, and he kind of like doesn't really do that much like career-wise. Like he helps his dad with his business, but his dad is like, I don't need your help, son. Like go live your own life. But so basically, like, Marcus is the guy's name. I can't remember the girl's name. But basically, like, she goes back to her hometown to open up a restaurant, and she sees him and then his dad, because she was really good friends with the parents, too. Because she would go over there and eat dinner with them all the time. Because they're also Korean. But so basically, like, it's just kind of how they get back together. But then there's always like oh no, you did something bad, I'm not going to like you anymore, I'm going to like this other person, so there's some of that in there too.
Okay.
But it's about these two friends, like, you know, who have been kind of estranged, how they come back together as friends.
Okay.
But yeah, it's good. And actually, oh, I was gonna say, looking at this list, I'm like, I don't even recognize these movies. And it's because it's number 200 and number 199. Of course, I don't recognize them. Let's go all the way to number 1. Oh, you know what? We also watched, because I just saw Hugh Grant. Someone had written Hugh Grant in the comments. And Notting Hill. I'm getting all of the names mixed up. I think it was Notting Hill. Was good, and I also liked Music and Lyrics. They also have The Big Sick on here. I don't remember that being super funny. I remember it being more of a drama, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
I remember liking it though. And some of these I have not seen. But I feel like we watched Roman Holiday with Mom and Dad. Do you remember that?
What movie?
Roman Holiday. It's got Audrey Hepburn in it.
Yeah, we did watch that with Mom and Dad.
Yeah, right. I remember. Yeah, I mean, I think we were kind of too young.
We weren't that young.
We were in high school, but like...
I don't even think we were in high school. I feel like we must have been in college, right?
I think we were in high school. They have Crazy Rich Asians here. Maybe I should watch that. I've been telling See You Tiger, like, sporadically that we should watch it. I haven't been pushing it though. I haven't seen a lot of these. Princess Bride.
I feel like I wouldn't even call that a romantic comedy. I don't know.
No, I would call it more of a action adventure with some romance. Like, that's what I would also call Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. I agree.
Wedding Singer and 51st Dates, pretty fun too. Yeah, I always liked The Wedding Singer. I've never seen 51st Dates.
I like 51st Dates.
I was actually telling See You Tiger that we should watch Just Go With It. That's another Adam Sandler movie. It's Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. And I remember seeing it once and thinking it was pretty good. So we're all up for watching that one. But actually, I should add these to our list, because we have a list of rom-coms to watch. So I'm going to add those because I see that we never added them. And I'm adding Crazy Rich Asians as well. Let's just go with it. Maybe I'll put 51st Dates too, because I feel like I should have seen that one before, and I never have.
I'm surprised. I feel like we had it on TV, like, sometimes.
No, I never saw it. This list also has Some Like It Hot, and I thought that, like, I was very pleasantly surprised. Like, I didn't expect I was going to like it, but we were looking for movies, and the one we wanted to watch we had to pay for, and Some Like It Hot was free, so we're like, well, let's watch Some Like It Hot. It's one of the Marilyn Monroe movies.
Oh, okay.
So it's older, but I remember just being like, you know, it's old. I'm like, I don't know if it's like got old weird humor in it.
Yeah.
No, but it was really good. Like, I do definitely recommend that one. You just have to get past the fact that it's old. And like, you know, it's not as flashy as some of the newer movies. Yeah, they have tons in here. Oh, they have Silver Linings Playbook. I mean, it was fine.
I liked that one.
Did I watch this one? No. They also have Juno in here. I saw that once. See You Tiger shots from downstairs. Juno sucks. See, but they also put Enchanted in here. And I don't know if I would call that a Disney movie.
Yeah, I would too.
They have Bridesmaids in here. I liked Bridesmaids.
I still never saw that one.
Yeah, although, you know what? I might have to say, as far as my favorite, I love Love Actually. It's a Christmas movie. But it's it definitely fits the rom-com category. I don't know why it didn't come to my mind sooner.
It came to my mind even. I was surprised you didn't
did
say it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that one. I just think they're fun. Usually feel good, though. I have watched a couple that didn't make me feel good. Like, My Best Friend's Wedding. That one I don't recommend. That one's one with Julia Roberts, and basically, like, she and her guy friend made the, like, promise, like, hey, if we're both 40 or 30 or whatever and we're not married, do you want to marry each other? Like, that whole thing. And so when she's almost 30 or 40, whichever, he calls her and she expects that that's what's going to be. And he's like, no, I'm getting married and I want you to be my best man. But then, like, she tries to break up the wedding and then she doesn't. And it's just like, I don't know. It just wasn't good.
Gotcha.
Ogre says that he agrees, loved it. For Love Actually, yeah, I love it. It's got, like, all the good people. It's got Hugh Grant. It's got Alan Rickman. Liam Neeson. Like, they're all in it. Keira Knightley. They just need Emma Watson in there. But I guess she would have probably been pretty young when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Because even Keira Knightley, she's like 17 or 18 years old in that movie.
Yeah, she's pretty young in that one.
Yeah, or maybe she's 18 or 19. But, because did I tell you? I think I mentioned it on stream. But I was reading an interview about Love Actually because it just popped in my mind one day. And this was during quarantine, so it's been somewhat recent. So I was reading interviews about it, or, like, fun facts. And one of the facts was that, so Keira Knightley, she, like, while she was filming Love Actually, she was talking to, like, one of the producers or something, and they're like, oh, so what are you going to do after this is over? She's like, oh, I just signed on to do this Pirates movie. She's like, probably a horrible decision, but she's like, that's what I'm doing. But it worked out for her, for sure.
Yeah. Definitely, like... I mean, to me, like, it should have just been a one-hit wonder. We didn't need 4 movies or 5 movies of pirates. But at the same time, the pirates are just fun. And when I say fun, like, you know, they, like, kill people and stuff. But it's all about the treasure, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought that... And then there was also another article that was talking about, like, the age differences between the couples and how Keira Knightley... And just, like, of the people in general. Because, like, you know the kid who looks so young? Like, I think he's, like, 12 years old, and then, you know, and Keira Knightley is, like, 18. So, like, they're so close in age, whereas, like, Colin Firth is, like, 15 years older than that Portuguese woman.
Yeah.
And there was another couple. Oh, and then Hugh Grant is way older than the maid, you know, the girl, Plumpy.
Yeah, you know, I should watch it again. I think I've only seen
Poor
it.
Poor Plumpy. She's not even fat. Natalie, that's her name. The Church of Discount Dan is here. Hey, Church of Discount Dan. Call you Discount Dan. It's a nice little face. Is that a sloth? No. That might just be a person. I don't know. Good to have you here. We were just talking about Love Actually and rom-coms because they're fun.
I think they're just so, like, I like them, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't feel the need to, like, watch it multiple times, you know?
Yeah, I think they're just nice for casual watching. Like, if you don't want something so, like, intense as, like,
yeah,
you know, some action movies, like when we watch Mission Impossible, it's like, or James Bond, it's like, you know, gotta...
Yeah, I agree with that.
So if you want something, like, lighthearted, I think a rom-com's really good.
Okay.
And like that list confirmed, so many different movies qualify as rom-com.
Which is crazy. Like, I still feel like a lot of those are a stretch.
Yeah, I still wouldn't count... I mean, I would count Princess Bride, I think, because it's always included in, like, a romantic movie list.
Yeah.
But yeah, I generally more action adventure is what that one is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like them. Yeah, so maybe this week we'll watch one of those movies we talked about, or the newest Star Wars. You know, we'll watch something, or Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, I don't know, because this week it's my turn to choose the movie. I don't know
what
what
are you gonna pick?
I don't know. Well, so last time I picked, I chose Gone Girl. And the thing is, I read the book and I really liked it. And I feel like movies in general are always way darker than my imagination.
Oh yeah, that movie is really dark.
Yeah, whereas like in my mind, like it wasn't like, of course things are serious, but it's not like the coloring and stuff. It's like not so dark. So I don't know what I want to pick this time. I don't have a plan. Whereas normally I do have a plan, but I'll have to think about it.
Yeah, see whatever. You should watch Always Be My Maybe.
I think I won't pick that just for like Argus's sake. I don't.
He might like it too.
I'm sure he's fine with rom-coms, but like there are movies I want to watch. I just have to like look at my list. Okay. One of them so the author of Gone Girl, I read one of her other books. It's called Dark Places. Mm-hmm. And while like when I was reading it, I was like not so crazy about the book. But then like sometimes I'll find myself just thinking about the plot, and I'm like, so maybe I should watch the movie because the movie's on Netflix. So I was thinking maybe that one. So at this point, so for a long time, I really wanted, like, I try to focus on books that I've read that have been made into movies. So for a long time, I wanted to watch, like, Pride and Prejudice, and I wanted to watch Gone Girl, and I still want to watch Little Women. But I tell you, so the library, like, because, yes, I can Redbox Little Women, but the library has, like, they've ordered the movie in Blu-ray, and I was like, I would like to watch the special features and stuff. So Redbox doesn't have that, so I want to be able to do that. But also, aside from all of that, I want to. There's another Little Women that's available at the library that was like from 2017 or 2018 or something, so it's still really recent.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, why did they remake it again almost immediately? So I want to watch that one, and I want to compare the two. So, nice. But I have to wait till Little Women is available at the library, because right now it's like still like being processed, or like, you know, they don't have it just yet. Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now with movies. But so maybe Dark Places. Don't know.
Yeah, well, I've been reading Heartless, and so I was looking a little bit, because I'm like, you know what, so like Heartless is the standalone book. Ogre says Gone Girl was good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. It's just so much dark, and I remember also I forgot certain plot points. Like I thought I knew the book, but then it turns out like I read the book maybe like 3 years ago, and so I had forgotten a lot. And I was like, holy cow, she actually like, you know, did that or that happen? I was like, I don't remember that happening, and so I wasn't as informed as I thought I was.
I saw the movie. I never read the book. But yeah, so I've been reading Heartless, and so that's a standalone book. And then the same author wrote The Lunar Chronicles, which is a like 4, 5, 6 book series. There's a lot of books in it.
Well, so there's 4 main books and then like the 2 spin-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, I'm like, these could make like good movies, you know?
Yeah.
So apparently the author sold the rights to make it a movie, but then there was talk about making it a TV show instead, but I haven't heard anything, so I don't know if it's, I mean, she has sold it, and so at some point in the future it may become something.
Gotcha.
But, because I'm like, oh, well, you know, that's a shame. I would watch it.
Yeah.
Even if it was like a teenage movie, I would still watch it.
Well, of course it would be like a teen, because as I said before, to me,
I know, they're teen books.
They're very much teen books. It's like Twilight, but a billion times better.
Yeah.
Like, as far as, like, the premise and stuff goes, but it's very, like... I'd expect it to be, like, a Twilight movie, which doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Right. I was thinking more like a High School Musical type.
Gotcha.
Like Disney Channel movie. Zapper's here with some hype elephants. Hype, 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 hype.
Right. Hi, Zapper.
Hi, Zapper. Thanks for the elephants. They're pretty cute.
Yeah.
How are you doing today, Zapper? Level up.
Yeah. She's a little behind. We're trying to catch her up with everyone else, especially since we just had that mage die today.
I know. I can't believe that.
I can't believe I left him so exposed. It was all my fault. Should have never happened.
Yeah. Zapper says, thanks for the elephants. You know, that's a movie that came out when I was in college. It was called Water for Elephants, and Robert Pattinson was in it, and that's why a lot of people know it. But
I read the
part
book.
Part of it was filmed at Cornell because
I know,
he started off at Cornell.
That's one I would like to watch. I don't know where it's available, but I read the book, so I should watch it.
Was it good? Do you recommend it?
I would say, like, if I were rating it out of, like, 10 stars, I'm going to put it at, like, a 6 or 7. Maybe 6. Because I feel like, first of all, things, like, at the end, it, like, whoa, goes kind of crazy. Did not see that coming. But I don't know. I think it was still enjoyable, though, and, like, I didn't know where the book was going kind of thing.
Okay.
So, like, I would recommend it, but, like, I wouldn't say, like, oh my gosh, this book is so good. But I would say, you know, I enjoyed it and it was worthwhile.
Okay. And Zapper says he just got back from the gym for the first time in months. So, which state are you in? Because I don't think our gyms are open quite yet. But was that weird? Did you have to wear a mask? Or did you just, like, stay away from people and carry, like, what's it called? Like, wet wipes with you wherever you went? San Francisco, California. Gotcha. Well, watch out, because I heard that cases have gone up in California recently. Probably because gyms are open. But yeah, be careful. Carry wet wipes or hand sanitizer. Wash your hands often.
Yeah.
So he wore a mask in, but they didn't tell him he had to. He wore one on Stairmaster, but it took it off because he couldn't run with it on. Yeah, they get hard to breathe through and warm. Like, I went to pick up some plants and mulch the other day, and I had my mask on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so... Because it was one of the ones that I got from work, and it was so hot. It felt like I had a sweater on my face.
That's how I feel all the time with mine, because as I said before, right now I only have one mask. It's flannel. So, like, I have it on, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so hot.
Yeah, whereas, like, the masks I made, they're not as hot. So, I mean, I still wouldn't want to exercise with one on.
That's not what I wanted. Ugh, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, sorry.
Zebra says feels like being smothered to death. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It's not fun. But it's the new normal. Hopefully Colm doesn't ever die, because he's good, isn't he?
Yeah, and I was even just thinking, like, oh no, I put him in danger again. Well, because the thing is, he can move so far compared to the other characters. And so, okay. So the thing is, I moved him into a spot where, like, 3 people could attack him at that spot. So I was like, oh my gosh, he's totally gonna die. But then, but the thing is, I forgot to take into consideration that his attack isn't super strong. So, like, you know, the person attacking him, like, blocked the other people from attacking him. So that worked in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't want to lose 2 people in this battle.
No.
I still can't believe we lost Arthur.
We could always start over.
We are not
and
starting
you could
over.
Play it. You could play it off screen.
Nope. We're sticking. We're gonna stick with this.
Okay. Ogre says Parasite. If you haven't seen it already, it won some Oscars. Really good. Was that one of the ones that was a book first? I feel like it was.
It doesn't sound familiar to me.
I put it on my list.
Oh, but I wanted to get back to talking about the Rise of Kyoshi a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So it's a book I did not know existed, and Argus had gotten it for me for Christmas this year because he knows I love everything Avatar. And I really enjoy it. Like, it's definitely written for someone like that's younger than I am, but I definitely am enjoying it like a lot. So
okay. Maybe I'll have to borrow it from you.
Huh? Yeah.
If you're okay with that.
Oh, of course. Like, once I finish it, I'll let you read it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. I also have,
Oh, I forgot. I didn't see that, Zapper said Cornell Count 1.
Yes.
Back a while ago. And Zapper's asking what your shirt says.
My shirt? It says Chang.
It's a beer, right?
Yeah, it's a beer that's based out of Thailand. And so they are the former sponsor of Everton. It's not Chang anymore, and I refuse to get another jersey. Like, so I've got 3 jerseys with the Chang sponsor. Because, like, I like the elephants.
You. What a dedicated fan.
I like the elephants on it. So I'm like, why would I can't support these. And plus, like, I think, so their current sponsor is Sport Pesa, or like that's their main sponsor, which is like a gambling company. So it's like, well, I don't care. Like, and the logo's lame. It's like, I just want the elephants. But I think Sport Pesa isn't even their sponsor anymore. Like, I think the term or the contract thing ended. I think their sponsor is someone else now. Yeah, so Everton had a game today. They won 1-0. I would say normally they, like, Everton is not the best team out there. They don't have, like, the money to be the best team. But they do pretty good for what they got. And, yeah, I like them. You learn all the different, it's almost like learning the characters in a book, but, like, you know, they're just the team members. And it's tough, though, because, like, sometimes they shuffle around the team members, like, team members will be sold to other teams, and then you get new people. It's like, I gotta learn all these new names. But it's okay.
Cookie's a huge soccer fan.
Well, Argus is, and I watch also. But sometimes, like, so this past weekend when they were playing, I think I was working on those masks while the game was going. So, like, lately I was much better about watching. I'm gonna say like a couple years ago, but over the past year or two, I've been doing a lot of like multitasking and then missing everything that's going on with the game because I can't multitask. So
yeah, they say that nobody really can.
Yeah,
I do it at work all the time, so I prove them wrong.
Okay.
So actually, I will say that sometimes I have no clue what's going on in my podcasts. Like, I was re-listening. Yeah, I was re-listening to one the other day. I'm like, what? How did I miss whatever this, like, nugget of information was? I'm like, how did I miss this? And it's because I was so busy, so focused on my work.
Mm-hmm. It happens.
Yeah. But, yeah, I still like listening to my podcast, that's for sure.
Yeah, I still haven't jumped on the podcast train yet, but
I know you haven't.
Because you said that you listened to a podcast for The Good Place, right?
Yes.
Because I would like to listen to that one, I think.
I haven't listened to all of the episodes in the last season, but I've listened to the majority. I I think I'm... Let's see. Sorry, I don't even remember which one I left off on. A good place. Yeah, because they interview all of the, like, the actors and stuff. So it looks like I got through chapter 45. So yeah, I got into season 4. But yeah, there's a lot of episodes. The thing is, I only listened to that one with See You Tiger, and a lot of times we haven't been driving anywhere. And that would be when we would listen to them.
Yeah, we've been having that problem too. Because we used to listen to Harry Potter, but then we finished all the Harry Potter books. So then we started listening to Lord of the Rings. We're like, you know what? So right now they're in Moria, and they're just starting to hear like the battle drums. So like things are about to get real, but gotta wait till next time we're in the car.
Yeah, because we've listened to a lot of it like when we were driving to and from Columbus for like Thanksgiving and stuff. But yeah, we haven't been driving anywhere really, so you know, haven't been listening to anything. And we are thinking about going up to the Adirondacks at some point, so we could listen to one then. And Ogre says, try out the Ron Burgundy podcast, Will Ferrell and Friends. Really good. All right. I will check that out.
Oh, Rice, I wanted to give you, so something else I've been watching. So the Marvel Olympics have started up. And
oh, man. You love that.
I do. And lots of people do, okay? So, my team, Team Galactic, is hosting the Marvel Olympics this year. And let's just say they didn't have such a great start. They got second to last in the first event. No big deal. They're going to recover from it. But it's a good time, okay? You never know what's going to happen with these marbles.
That's true. You just never know.
One of my favorite teams, like, okay, so these marbles are not all equal, because there's this one team, the Savage Speeders, and they're like super fast, which is why they're called the Savage Speeders, but like, it's not fair. Their team is like on steroids, like, it's ridiculous. And so there's the Savage Speeders, they're super fast, but then there's this one team that they're like notorious for being really slow. And it's funny to hear the fans talking about how slow their people are, because one of their people, like, the competition was, like, you want to be slow in one of these competitions. And their slow person's like, nope, I'm going to go fast this time. And, like, there's a lot going on. I feel like, you know, don't knock it till you try it.
I know. I'm just not really into the whole, like, YouTube show watching.
But you know what?
I haven't jumped on that wagon yet.
You know, John Oliver is he's sponsoring the Marble Olympics.
Is he really?
He is, yeah.
That's interesting.
He talks about it a little bit on his show, and I mean, Argus were like, we already watch it. There's a big fan base, and some people... Because you can look in the YouTube comments. There's some people that just showed up to watch Marble Olympics because John Oliver is sponsoring it. And they're like, you know, they weren't expecting it to have such a huge fan base, but then they saw all of the fans commenting about their teams, like, doing poorly or whatever. And they're like, holy crap, this is, like, such a big deal for these people. But it's great. I highly recommend it. You got to pick a team, though, because if you're not rooting for anyone, it's like, what's the point? So I root for Team Galactic, and then Argus is rooting for the Thunderbolts. And there's other teams like I've got a soft spot for. There's the Bumblebees, which they're like a newer team. They're like, you know, yellow with black swirls, and I just think they look sharp. So I got a soft spot for them.
Also, just so you know, it is past 8.
Oh, no. Okay, so we got to stop, because you said we got to stop.
Because I got to make more strawberry shortcake, and I need to eat it before it gets too late.
Okay, So we will save. If I can figure
Sorry,
out.
Zapper.
Alright.
You were at the gym for too long.
Oh yeah, so Zapper though, if so the Marble Olympics, I'm assuming that's what you said that sounds funny for. The Marble Olympics.
No, he was talking about the Ron Burgundy podcast.
Oh, okay. Because it's like Gels Marble Runs. In case anyone wants to look it up, they're great. This person though, seriously, the person that like created the Marble Olympics, like there's a lot of effort that goes into it. It's truly a labor of love. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, we will be back next week. And actually, I'll finish this battle off screen because, as we said earlier in the stream, we feel like Fire Emblem is taking us a while to get through, so I'm going to play a little bit in my downtime off stream. But we'll start with the next chapter probably next Wednesday.
All right.
All right. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you all for watching. Bye.
Bye.